This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Before the Bats. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Nightfall's #1 fan in Florida.
Queen of the Armadillos, Little Hellfire. Sup, guys?
And look who we got. OG Before the Bat host.
What's up, guys? It's Tyler.
Yeah. Today we're discussing 3 issues. Batman, Shadow of the Bat, 16, 17, and 18 from September and October 1993. Yeah, this one we can have numbers on it. It's just, Wolf, I love how this show flashbacks got a part number, but
Yeah.
Really? Which one? They should have just made this one big part. Like, what is parts? They could have made it even 20.
You would think.
They're like 19's good, 20's a bit much.
We had that flashback. We don't need another flashback.
We'll look at it. Yeah, it's more like, well, that showcase issues that, like, hey, what happened to Two-Face? We saw Two-Face, but yeah, this 3-parter, it's like, oh, hey, remember Scarecrow's still running around after his whole thing with the Joker.
I found it interesting that we were doing this issues because currently I'm can't say this too loud, but as a reward for Sayla for her progression in potty training, I've made her own Stargirl costume.
Oh, nice.
And so I asked Solomon, like, man, buddy, I said, what's something I could do for you? He's like, I want to be the Scarecrow. I'm like, wow, okay. So, yeah, my son is wanting to be the Scarecrow. So,
it's all that farmland.
I mean,
Telling you, Capes and Lunatics Next Gen shaping up pretty good. Pretty good.
Right. That's right, Lilith. You got to have a kid now.
I'll just adopt a grandkid. We've had this conversation.
Oh, little Asian baby. It's like, it's Lilith Hellfire's granddaughter.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, you and Matt Kona got to have some kids, man.
I think him and his wife are having fun practicing.
that is always it's always a good time.
Talk about his stand-up act.
Wow, that was good. That's good.
Phil really wants to get back to Wade's World. I apologize. Wade's World been in a long hiatus, and all the shows have been suffering for it. We apologize.
All right, but we'll get into this before I get into trouble because
Nobody saw Rob.
I was gonna say standard boilerplate. Yeah.
Nobody saw Rob.
So, yes, Shadow of the Bat 16. We see a bunch of college students. Look, earn $50 today. Volunteers.
What are we doing for $50?
Volunteers required for harmless psychology experiment. It's like, if you have to put harmless in it, is it really going to be harmless?
Well, you know those college psychological experiments being prisoners and whatnot. So
Well, I mean, I thought about the scene in Ghostbusters where, like, you can keep the $5, but this was 50. So I mean, there's a little bit more value there. So
then we see this kid.
What is with this cover? This cover's like, it's just like Shadow of the Bat. Just it's one of those things. They try so hard.
No, it's like, it's raining men. Hallelujah! It's raining men.
Well, I like how all the covers have this like different kind of sheen and like just art to them, and then when you actually get into the book,
yeah. Well, I think Shadow of the Bat did that a lot, at least early on. Weren't those like all like painted covers?
Yeah, that was their gimmick.
Yeah. The Shadow of the Bat.
But the God of Fear, what a weird thing that you can't live up to. This issue doesn't live up to the title.
Yeah, I mean, this one is weird because, we find out it's the Scarecrow running this experiment where they have to wear virtual reality helmets.
I remember the 90s when virtual reality was such a big deal and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. Like, it was like in all the movies and everything, like it's some big deal.
Oh, yeah.
We got another 10 years before the VR gets to the point where it's actually exciting and it's not a huge box on your head at this point.
Again, all technological advances, once porn gets involved.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I've been waiting on. Once porn figures it out, every technology company will be there for it. Come on, Pornhub. We're waiting on you.
Your number one fan. So, yeah, the Scarecrow's talking about revenge, the dish best served cold. I guess he must have saw that Star Trek movie. And then Jean-Paul Valley. Oh my god.
Boo! How about no?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, I've not other than reading the Nightfall stuff here, I have not read anything with him. And man, is he
He is a Gary Stew. I'm sorry, I said it. He's a Gary Stew.
Oh, this is prime douche time for him.
Yeah, I'm on the balcony
without his mask on.
with my hair flowing. This isn't a Fabio cover, okay, buddy?
How about no?
Just ugh. This is who we get to replace Batman.
Just him.
Somebody get Dick on the phone.
His whole attitude towards Tim was just like,
oh yeah.
He's like, Bruce lives by his rules, and he's like, well, look what his rules got him. I'm the one protecting Gotham now.
I am
exactly.
Yeah. I love how he puts his mask on to go back into the house while he was while he was standing on the balcony.
Yeah.
To be fair, they kind of live out in the boonies where nobody's around.
I know, but why bother to put the mask on as you're going?
He doesn't want him to know he didn't have his mask on, you see.
He got caught. But yeah, I don't mean to sound harsh. Yes, you did.
Exactly.
To take his place, to look after Gotham until he was fit to return. Yeah, so he goes down to the cave. I won't need you tonight. That sounds familiar.
Who is he, Lilith Hellfire?
Just say Bruce Wayne. But yeah, Tim's afraid because he's afraid that Bruce isn't going to be able to cover and he's going to be stuck with this douche nozzle.
I mean, to be fair, it's an accurate fear. We were all wondering the same thing.
But I loved this whole the whole entrance to the Batcave in the 90s. You had that Poison Ivy sign out front.
Yeah.
It's just asking for trouble. But that's the security system. Don't come near Poison Ivy. You may be wearing a suit. You may even have Bruce Wayne's blessing. But if you want to be even half the man he is, you still have a whole lot to learn. Damn right. Oh, and as if Lilith wasn't feeling the pain of this issue enough, anarchy breaks out of Juvenile Hall.
Yeah, I found just anarchy. I had forgotten almost about 90s anarchy.
Yeah.
So I've been watching some of the Beware the Batman with Solomon and stuff, and I had forgotten, about how anarchy was there for a while.
Was he a teenager in that too? Because I know, in these comics, he's like a teenager.
No. And then of course,
homie, this language is such cringe.
Oh, jeez. And again, it's like some white dude trying to act all cool. Hey, homie, what's your mustache? Oh, a taser. How you doing?
Exactly. That'll wake you up in the morning.
Again with anarchy. Anarchists everywhere, love.
I know. You think they're reading Marvel books or something.
Oh my lord, that's the crossover no one asked for. Flag Smasher and Anarchy.
Yeah.
I was kind of enjoying the fact that Dr. Crane's person here is named Phil.
Everybody's got to have a good feel. Everybody knows. Got to have a good feel.
So, I mean,
Thank you.
I found it interesting.
Suck it, Kona.
But yeah, Scarecrow's basically like saying, these helmets gonna feed high speed images in your head.
It's like Clockwork Orange, paging Clockwork Orange.
And it's just, oh yeah, I saw the papers. He escaped from Arkham. It's him. And he says, yeah, I know you. You're Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow, the man who killed my father.
Uh-oh, we got beef in the house.
Oh no, another superhero origin or supervillain.
Or just a dude.
Yep. Oh, Lilith, and he pulls out that squishy ball.
Did the Punisher give that to you?
Yes.
Did Frank Castle give that to you?
Yes.
There was a secret crossover we didn't know about.
That's what it gives out that personal appearances, that squishy ball. Okay, squeezes that squishy ball and gasses Phil. And then the woman running it's like, oh, what happened? You know, she's like all worried. He's like, nothing to worry about, merely a whip. Gas. I always keep it handy. Really? Nobody's gonna question. Oh yeah, this teacher just carries knockout gas.
I mean, it is Gotham.
Enough said.
You know, to be fair.
True.
I think Gotham is probably the home of the original active shooter drill, probably. Just saying. Lots of inmates running around being crazy at all times.
Nailed it.
You're not really the Scarecrow, are you? Why, yes, I am. Yeah, so he gasses this woman.
Throw it in. And then we just get Jean Paul just whipping across Gotham, just like.
I think just obsessing about Bane because Bruce told him not to go after Bane.
Yeah.
I know he could take him down. I know it.
I like that they go very much out of their way to differentiate the fluidity of their movements.
Yes.
Not that won't come back to haunt him, but nice touch for the art style.
True. It's a different kind of
Batman.
Yeah. Might as well put a moon on his chest. Just saying.
Oh.
Sorry, Ray. I'm sorry if you're listening. I don't know why you wouldn't be.
What the F?
The night. The chill. The challenge.
No wonder Batman loved it. No wonder I love it.
So that Batman personality took over pretty quick.
So he loves the nightlife. He loves the boogie. Suck it, Kona.
I mean, sure, yeah.
He did his superhero landing on the car. It's like, come on, man. That's somebody's car. It's somebody's property.
Jean Paul don't care.
He really doesn't. And this will be put a feather in your cap.
Yes.
Look at this bootsy virtual reality world.
What are you saying? The Spider-Man cartoon?
Basically, it looks like a bootleg Disney-fied version. You know, you got the birds.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Till the forest attacks him, and then he sees his dead
nature man.
You sure
this isn't a Poison Ivy story? Are we sure?
Oh no. Yeah, he sees his father, who then gets gunned down by the Scarecrow. And then we back to Anarchy.
It was a little weird, I'll say, when I was reading this. The fact that they're telling this story on half a page, and then the bottom half shifts back to the story, and it took me a moment. Like, wait a minute, this is happening two different things.
It could be worse. There could be a Twix ad underneath. # never forget, never forgive.
Wonder Woman, you're not yourself when you're hungry.
Sexist, misogynist. Just, never forget, never forgive.
But yes, and now I guess Anarchy is following this guy.
Not that anyone cares.
You know, mentioning Cornelius, Derek, Firefly, Mr. Zaz, but it's all Batman's fault. Oh Lord, but the Hood brothers, really? I guess Tweedledee and
Cornelius Stirk, you say?
No, that's bad enough. The Hood brothers. I guess Tweedledee and Tweedledum were busy.
Yeah, they got out of town.
I mean, of course they did.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I think didn't they get beat in the first arc in this book?
Yeah, they escaped and got out of town. That's all I'm saying.
Just they left with Black Mask.
Some say they're still bleeding out on the ground.
Wildcat?
Exactly.
Too many. Too well armed. Yeah, so Anarchy sends up the flare, and G. Paul takes the time from beating somebody to a bloody pulp to see the flare.
I didn't really like that particular page with the purple being in the purple light and stuff. I'm just bleh.
Yeah, I don't know about this art if I like it. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not like my favorite either.
It's certain things. There's certain things that I like, and there's certain things that I don't like.
I get the concepts, but the execution is not consistent. Is I think is what the problem is.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at some in the trade here if they have the credits. I don't know.
We got Alan Grant as the writer. We got Bloodlands as the penciler. Mike Malley as the inker. Adrian Roy as the colorist. Todd Klein as the letterer, and then Brian Freezy did the cover painting. So, like, you know, not names you're necessarily gonna tie to like Batman, like, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Batman.
Thank you.
But yeah, Anarchy smokes this gang out with tear gas, and then they see Batman coming, and they think it was him, and start opening fire.
The Batman must fall.
Smoke him. Look at him hanging there all Spider-Man style.
Because that's what Batman does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hangs out like Spider-Man.
Like Lilith was saying, just him hanging there. I don't know. That seems more Gene Paul to me than Bruce.
And I like that just because even though like it's the same costume, it's something to help kind of distinguish, you know, these characters.
Because Bruce would just be standing there either on the ground or on the roof, and you know, it's shadow.
Bruce wouldn't be standing. He would have already punched them, beat them down, and been walking away.
Yeah, sometimes he likes them to wet their pants first. He does not wet. He does not wet his pants, Kevin Smith.
Oh man, still on that, huh?
Hashtag never forgive, never forget.
I still haven't forgiven him for killing Karen Page.
Wow, that was like my favorite thing you did. So
how dare you?
Well, you know, next to the Green Arrow stuff, you know, just saying. Karen had it coming for a while, so I'm glad she got her come up.
Oh, I still got to write that Kevin Smith blog. Love.
It's been like 3 months, Phil. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want these podcasts that are edited?
Yeah, throw it in.
Go
ahead, throw it in.
So so the Scarecrow is just tormenting everyone, and I guess these VR helmets have put everyone under a hypnotic spell.
As you do, because that's all you can really use virtual reality for besides porn. So, you know.
While he's just like quoting his favorite writers.
Doesn't Scarecrow's gimmick just get old though? Like, can we all just be honest?
I mean, sometimes they switch it up, like that animated series episode where like he makes.
Well, that's the Batman animated series. That's a whole different universe with a lot more creativity and joyfulness for their villains, for the Rogues Gallery.
Well, I mean, comic book Scarecrow, is he like Shocker, Lilith? We need a punching bag. So, hey, let's bring in the Scarecrow.
Exactly. Like, come on. The ventriloquist with the stupid dummies feel more threatening than he does. Like, is it just me?
Well, I liked when Scarecrow, like you were saying, switched it up and he started working backwards and removing fear and making people fearless and just watching how they were tearing their lives apart by having no fear, no sense of hesitation or anything. So, I mean, it can get kind of old, but I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with it. And he's definitely a character I like when he works with others. I think he's definitely, he's definitely stronger when he's mixed in with other villains.
Oh, yeah, that thing with him and Joker a couple issues back was fun.
Yeah.
So
the buddy cop comedy you didn't know you wanted.
It's true.
So yes, he's testing his new minions, his control over them. So he gives the one a gun and tells him to shoot someone else, which he does.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
What is it? I mean, again, I guess a little kink shaming, but it always comes down to Scarecrow with a gun in a classroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always. And oh, hey, look, Jean Paul's beating the crap out of this gang. As we see Anarchy watching and blaming Batman.
I do think the bottom panel of that page where you see him fighting the gang, where his hands are kind of like up over his head, he looks really weird.
What, when he's coming off the fire escape, or?
No, the next page over.
Okay.
You just have Anarchy's face in the top corner, and then the bottom.
Yeah.
He's like turning into the Hulk or something. Like he's about to rage out.
I think that's just him like picking somebody up over his head and like whipping him or something.
He's acting very not Batman is all I'm saying.
He's very hey, well, Lilith, I mean, we've seen him pump it, or we might coming up soon pumping iron all Eddie Brock style.
I know, it's like, do we need an Eddie Brock in a Batman suit? Who asked for that?
Yeah.
90s, Lilith, 90s.
Everybody had to be
Speaking
dark.
of which, check out the advertisements.
Well, I'm in the trade, so yeah. What's the ad?
I sent it to you in your chat.
I'll say I'm on the digital, so
Let me open it up here. Oh, what is it?
Shout out to streaming. Private chat should be able to post pictures. Something to think about.
Let me see, because I was gonna say, what is it gonna be like? Reign of the Supermen or something?
it is crazy to think about, like in the 90s, how DC, like around the same time, was like, let's just pretty much screw up all of our major characters. Let's take them all off the board.
That's what me and Lil were saying. It's like, it's Death of Superman.
It worked for Superman.
Yeah, so.
Which, honestly, let's just be honest, that was really just an excuse to let him get married. It's like, okay, he died. He's a different man. He's ready.
Oh, it's not a 90s ad.
Classic.
Hold on,
Back in the day when we had good stories.
What?
Well, we talked about one of those stories already.
Yeah.
I missed that. Long Halloween, you guys should check it out every October. Make it a...
Yes.
Well, those are my favorite stories. Some of my favorites. Well, Hush, maybe not so much, but Hush has potential.
Yeah, Hush isn't bad.
Hush it's kind of Hushed and Long Halloween to me in a lot of ways were what do you call it? Jeff Loeb, you're like writing a story and then not sure how to really pull off the ending.
Exactly. Well, the Long Halloween, I like that ending, but Hush is like, yeah, it really shows. It's like,
it's very like a little convoluted where you're like, wait, am I reading all this correct?
I like this story.
So
like, we tried. You guys didn't like it.
The big thing about Hutch for me is I swear they were just testing the waters. Well, are they gonna like if we bring Jason Todd back? Okay, everyone was talking about it. Let's plan it for a year from now.
Well, that vote was just so close, and then it comes out that guy kind of sort of cheated and got him to thinking.
1 and 2. I mean,
when Bucky came back and
I was
everybody
gonna say
loved
it was around the same exact time. Yeah, they brought Bucky back as the Winter Soldier. So
Yeah,
That's how they do it.
we're so.
they steal from each other. You know. It's
Oh yeah. I mean, Batman Reborn. When Darkseid sends Batman hurtling through time, isn't that when everyone thought Steve was dead, but he was trapped in time, and Bucky was Captain America. Get it? When Dick was Batman, Bucky was Cap. Get it?
Dick Grayson greater than Bucky. Y'all can fight me.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't even have to hear me say anything.
I'm here for Dick.
Yeah, I kind of got
Isn't
that
it
earlier.
weird that
What?
Phil likes Dick Grayson and Peter Parker, but like I always have to have the drop that says I'm here for Dick and I'm here for Peter. I just find it interesting. That's all.
Couple of bowls down the gold.
But the next issue does like kick up some dust that I like. So
Yeah, I mean, before we even get there, it's just like, is Anarchy just like a big Rogues Gallery fanboy? Because he keeps thinking about all the rogues.
Well, he is a teenager growing up in that state. How could you not be?
And he's all about anarchy, so it's like, yeah, man, the Joker, man. And I'm surprised he's not like, yeah, man, the Joker's like the biggest agent of chaos.
But is he though?
Well, he used to be.
We forget about Joker for long stretches of time. Well, not now, obviously. But back in the day, we could forget about the Joker for long stretches of time. Like, it was such a treat to see Joker show up on the animated series.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, I can't stand the Joker. Can
Well,
somebody give him a crowbar to the face and let Punchline run Gotham City?
My problem with the Joker right now is he hasn't been in like the major like comics, but they have so many side stories and special one-offs here and there.
Well, guess what? We got Joker War for that now.
Yeah, and then when he does return to the mainstream, you're like, I don't feel like he's actually left.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to be like in the New 52, the big deal was the Joker had been gone for 2 years or so by the time they started to bring him in. And it just felt like a big deal. But I was like, I just feel like I haven't had enough like non-Joker.
Well, that's like even back in the day. I mean, after Death in the Family. I mean, that was like what, like after 429, they didn't bring him back until issue 450. So I mean, they waited like almost 2 years to bring him back.
Yeah, it's just like they can't. It's like, oh, if he's not in the mainstream comics, let's have every other Black Label book feature the Joker in it. Or have some Joker connection to it.
Oh yeah, that's what we were saying last night. It's like once that movie hit, I mean, it was just miniseries.
So help me, if I see so much as an Arthur F in a comic book, Time Warner, I'm coming for you.
What the F?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
let that be the movie thing. I repeat, do not incorporate that into my comic books.
Lilith, I just might need some help with the details, but I mean, let's get this Kickstarter or whatever working.
Capes and Lunatics to the rescue! DC Comics.
I want headlines. Sarcastic little podcast attempts to a hostile takeover of DC Comics.
Oh yeah. So let's get back to this clusterfuck of an arc.
my first bit of business: take Superman away from Bendis and give him to Tyler Patrick.
Thank you. I'll have to fix some stuff.
I was gonna say I need more time with my Superboys and my Damians and just gonna throw that out there.
And I was gonna say Lilith is in charge of everything Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Yes, thank you very much. I'll take Green Arrow too if that's not being too greedy, because I know nobody's gonna love Ollie like I love Ollie.
I was gonna say I'll take the bad stuff. You can have Green Arrow. Okay.
You got a lot to do with the Bat Family, homie. A lot to do.
Well, we can team up on some of this stuff.
I was gonna say my first order of business would be creating a think tank with you two and coming up with a really good name for Connor. Because I think Connor deserves to basically become Superman's Nightwing, so to speak. Like,
And not just a Superboy. Yeah.
yeah, he needs his own moniker. He needs to start really carving out his identity. Because I like the idea right now of Connor and John existing together.
Yeah, that's the most interesting thing about that TV show, to be honest.
So
I like that, but just don't let Bendis name him.
Bendis.
Yeah.
Bendis.
that's what I'm saying. Before Bendis does name him, I want to take over. You know,
Poor Tim Drake. Poor Tim Drake. Or
You
should I
mean
say
just
the Drake?
Drake.
He'll be the big C.
Oh, we do not love the Drake. Well, we did until we got Bendisized.
Justice for Tim and Wally. Honest to God. Justice for Tim and Wally.
Exactly.
Justice for Scarecrow, too. Because I really liked what Gotham, the TV show, did with that kind of origin. They just did make him too young, but I did kind of like where they were going with that origin.
Yeah.
Come on,
And they
Phil,
kind of
say
just
Gotham.
dropped it, but it's
Come on, Phil, say Gotham.
No. All right. So yeah, the set issue 17 opens with Scarecrow just dispersing his minions throughout the city and talking to Phil. See, I killed your father? Yeah. Answer me. You cannot resist. Yes, he said, kill my dad, Paul Harold. The book Harold.
exactly.
Oh, of course. And of course, he had to be his first victim. Shot at close range. That makes you in historical importance. Ugh.
Thank you. You beat me to it.
Had to be the first victim. Had to be like, oh, this makes us fated.
Man, villain's got a monologue. It's fine. We got to exposit. Because our readers are stupid. They're not following along.
And then meanwhile, Gene Paul's just beating up more thugs.
Isn't that
Does
what
he
he
have
did?
testosterone poisoning? Is that what we were going?
He's caught a case of the John Walkers.
Is it just me? Or
It's that brainwashing he underwent his whole life. Plus, I mean,
testosterone poisoning? Fine.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, he just slams these guys' heads together. I don't care if the police get you or not. This is my personal warning. If I see either of you on the streets after dark in the next month, you get the same again, whether you've done anything wrong or not. Not comic book Bruce Wayne, but maybe Ben Affleck.
No, they'd be branded.
Yeah, if they get killed in prison, yeah. Rough justice, perhaps not the way Bruce Wayne would play it at all. But I am Batman now.
I'm telling you, something about that cow that just scrambles the brain instantly.
With Bane triumphant and a crime wave engulfing the streets, Gotham has never needed its justice rougher. I see where you're going here, kids.
I don't know. Rough Justice just sounds like a really smutty fanfic, and I might have to go write this after we're done.
Oh, like you haven't already.
Not with that particular name, no.
Oh yeah, we haven't. Then he hears on the thing about the university on the radio, and hey, Bullock and Montoya are already on the scene because this is the 90s.
Is that a VHS?
Well, it's 93, Lilith.
I know. Wow.
And I just left. Bullock, you didn't even check this guy out before you rented him this hall. No, that was Miss Stopes. Is she around? No, she's missing too.
Everybody's missing. Anybody with a good sense of freaking common sense.
Look at Bullock.
Listen.
Look at Bullock being all smart in his purple pants and his purple trench coat.
Dick Tracy strikes again.
I mean, was Bruce Banner having a garage sale?
Looks like it.
Seriously. So yeah, the VHS tape even says for Batman, but
Excuse you, you can't even use that evidence. What are we doing here?
so Bullock just plays the tape, and then at the end it blows up. A magnesium-based
This message will self-destruct.
boom, 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 boom. But yes, yes. I guess Scarecrow saying mankind has drifted away from religion. I intend to rectify that. Tonight, the god of fear stops.
Just
Wait.
away from the religiosity. Just lean away from it. It's fine.
And Scarecrow was like talking about how insane the Joker was. Jeez.
Which, not really probably insane. And I'd rather explore that than a Joker war. Or a 3 Joker story.
And then Gene Paul has to save Bullock and Montoya from this booby-trapped VHS thing.
What is this, The Ring?
Didn't Bruce have to save Bullock from an exploding trap a couple issues back?
Bullock's, he's got a hard head and a soft behind. He don't learn.
Whoa.
That too.
Get a list of the missing students. Let me know if forensics comes up with any leads, although I bet they won't. Oh, I love this. Yeah. Gene Paul takes off in the Batmobile. God of Fear, that's a new angle for him. Whatever his plan, it sounds big. Wayne said I can't go after Bane, but nobody said anything about not messing up the Scarecrow.
Gas him good.
Nobody told me I couldn't beat the crap out of that walking stick figure.
I don't know, like Scarecrow reminds me of those little things that you see in the first Blair Witch movie, hanging up in the trees. And ever since that movie, I just can't unsee it. So
The Blair Witch, that movie gave me a headache just to watch this stupid camera moving around.
Ew. Oh, Scarecrow, what are we gonna do with you, sir?
Between the Scarecrow and then Anarchy saving a couple from this gang, the Anti-Bats.
I love the motorcycle jacket, though. Not gonna lie, I like the aesthetic. Very chic. And it's with a Z because it's the 90s.
Yes, it's with a Z.
I don't know what's going on.
They really didn't know what was going on.
All right, so why do I look blurry? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, my video looked like it was lagging, but I don't know why. I'm plugged right into the thing.
That's what she said.
Oh! Suck it, Coda.
yes. I always have to end with suck it, Coda now.
I thought I'd tell him that. He's like, what? I didn't do anything. And then these guys are just like, yeah, Anarchy goes after the Anti-Bats. What do you got against us? I heard you with the law you were against. I'm against anything that's against people. So get
that
it?
Outfit. Yeah, exactly.
Anti-hero.
That outfit, though.
I know. Well, I mean, when his first appearance, it kind of made sense because it was like it hid that he was a teenager.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ooh. Look at Hellfire, all fancy.
Wait till you see the Spider-Cast one.
Oh, nice. But yeah, Anarchy brings a fire escape down on these guys. Still,
I don't know. This could be an easy cosplay, maybe. I don't know.
what, Anarchy?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You use the Iron Man face mask and a little hat. Yeah, it could be done.
No. But Anarchy.
You know what? Justice for Anarchy, because that's an interesting take. A teenage villain. I mean, more meant for Tim, obviously, but
yeah, I mean, like another character basically gets messed up. New 52 era.
Yeah, and Arrow.
Oh, true.
Mommy, ooh, kill it with fire! Kill it with fire! I I wanted Thea to have her own arch nemesis, but not like that. Not like that.
Not like that.
Oh, poor kids just trying to learn and they get kidnapped. Just, yep.
So Scarecrow is what, robbing the library?
Monster!
Yes.
How dare you rob a public library in Gotham? Like,
All he
how
wanted-
dare you?
All he wanted was books. That's what he told us earlier. He said all he wanted was his books. And they would not let him have books. So he decided to become a psychopath, scarecrow, and kill everybody.
This is what happens when you don't let your kids read what they want to read. Let them read comics.
He even says, all I wanted was money, so they would take me seriously, and I could buy more books.
I know. And I know Scarecrow's not as popular as Spider-Man, but it's like it seems like every time Scarecrow shows up, they got to do the origin because he tells.
Because they want to change their mind about it a little bit and tweak it.
I just kind of think any more like Scarecrow's like Joker, where he's like, want to hear this origin that I have?
Well, no, it's always.
He's truly insane. Scarecrow is truly insane.
I mean, at least until New 52. I mean, the origin was the same. As a child, I loved to scare birds, and then I became and I loved scaring birds and books, and then I became a psychology professor and shot a gun in class.
I mean, to be fair, if he was a professor in Gotham, it might have been justified. I'm just saying.
And of course, people always called him a scarecrow. So
because he's skinny and awkward and creepy.
He spends every cent he earns to buy books.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel personally attacked right now.
I know. You don't spend everything on books, Lilith. I mean, Pornhub would like to have a word with you.
Well, Pornhub's free, but then I do spend quite a bit on alcohol.
A bit.
Hey, I have no children, and the dogs, they eat like kings. They're fine.
I feel sad right now for Lilith. Like, I want to like give her a hug.
Let the pain.
No bad for me. I mean, with a few exceptions, you guys.
Let the pain out, Lilith. Come on. I know. You're.
Can I get my drop?
I know. I'm. Where did I put your drop? There it is.
Caring about another human being? Caring for another human being that isn't myself?
I need a new one with you just going at the end.
But yeah, I kind of feel personally attacked with Scarecrow's origin story.
I will be a symbol of poverty and fear.
Yeah, I mean, that makes complete nonsense.
I will scare them with poverty.
I mean, honestly, though, in a capitalist society, being poor and homeless is like one of those things. I get where they're going. The execution just is not great. It's not great.
True.
Gobble, gobble.
Somebody, who can we get to fix the Scarecrow? Who would be a good writer that we know?
Anyone?
Who can we get on the phone?
I'm trying to see, like, did Scott Snyder ever write anything with the Scarecrow and all his Batman work?
I don't think anything major. I mean, unless he did something small. But did DeMatteis ever read Scarecrow?
You know, I'm thinking maybe a little Greg Capullo could fix Scarecrow. I don't know.
Capullo on art. DeMatteis, he loves the psychological stuff. Come on.
Let's tweet that out, guys.
There you go. Yeah, because Jim DeMatteis is always writing about it's like, people's
because honestly, that's one of the things that I liked about Nolan's Batman trilogy is that Scarecrow is literally a connective tissue throughout the whole thing, and that was just kind of an interesting thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's something there. They should get on that, DC. Instead of Joker all the time, and Harley the rest of the time.
All right, so
Harley's another one. It's like almost every other Black Label book has some sort of Harley story.
Harleen and White Black.
I did like the Harleen book though, a lot.
Very good.
But then they did like all these other Joker Harley like spins.
It's like we're past Harley and Joker now. Like, I don't know why they didn't get the memo, but we've been past that relationship for a while.
Oh, yeah.
It's upstairs, baby.
How about no?
Oh, this little creepy, the little creepy panel where it's like only a million times better to see a little boy. Daddy? Oh no!
Father?
Why would you do this, Father?
Yes, because the scarecrows will retelling it and making him relive the whole thing.
Now that's just evil.
Oh yeah. And basically, then he's telling Phil his plan to, basically gas the city.
Who is he? The Mad King? Like what?
Out of their suffering will be born my godhood.
Yeah, sounds good.
I love that.
Well, okay. So a lot of people that have like mental issues, they do have like those whole grandiose dreams of being bigger than what they actually are. So like I said, I get the concept. The execution is just not great.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah, I mean we do. I mean Lilith. I mean, come on, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's called Case and Lunatics. There's a reason.
But I mean, we just see like a packed theater running amok, a restaurant. I love this guy. This one guy's big fear is someone seeing his wife.
Imagine, Phil. 6 scarecrows, 7 if you count Sweetness Stoves. Oh, that's a great little panel right there.
Six scarecrows.
Dad, you have Harry Potter down here?
Who has Harry Potter and where? Why are we talking about it right now?
The kids and I, we have been
Daddy, you haven't talked to me for 30 seconds.
well, yeah, pretty much we've been watching the movies, and then I got the audiobooks to listen to.
Oh.
And then of course I got out the collection of books, and then just by happenstance, we were at Walmart the other day, and like they had the Harry Potter like robes and ties on clearance, like real cheap.
Thank you, J.K. Rowling's atrocious statements.
So I bought them both their robes and everything. So
Aww.
that's been like one of the big things they've gotten into right now.
You're such a better person than me. Nobody can touch my Harry Potter books because it's like the special hardcover collection with the little So nobody can touch those. I don't even touch those.
My thing is like with books like that, I love buying used books. So I have slowly been buying the hardback series through like half price books and places like that, just because I love getting used books.
The scarecrow agree with you.
Yeah, the scarecrow, he'd agree with me. He'd be like, good job, Tyler.
You got a deal.
Together we can read books all day long for the rest of our lives.
Then your glasses break and you've killed everybody. It's like that Twilight Zone episode. Oh, Squishy Ball.
I was gonna say that Twilight Zone. I mean, Batman connection. That was Burgess Meredith, the Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, I'm gonna take a shot every time I see the Squishy Ball from now on. What's that strange smell? Perfect.
But I mean, Batman saving this guy who gets set on fire in the restaurant and dives out the window.
Yeah, that's what Batman
Again,
does.
not great. Not great.
Gene Paul's not full on insane yet because he does talk about saving the innocents.
Don't just stand there, call an ambulance and the fire department.
And then Anarchy's like basically trying to de-hypnotize this guy. What is this? 66? Let me pull out my
hypnotizer.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, Batman's in the restaurant, everyone's hallucinating, and then big holographic image above Gotham. People of Gotham.
What could it be? What could it be?
Who could it be? Already my omnipotent power moves among you, spreading fear, panic, death, and destruction. This is Lilith. Fall on your knees, worship me. Yep. Pray that in my magnificent omnipotence, I will spare you from the onslaught to come. Yep. Surrender your
pretty much.
Surrender your city to me by midnight or face total annihilation at the hands of the new god of fear. Yep.
All right, sounds good.
Oh yeah,
Man, Jeff Loeb was so busy back then. Like, I'm just like,
What?
Dark Victor. I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling through my digital collection here. It's a lot of Jeff Loeb.
Lil, I'm bored with this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there was a big. Because we didn't mention there was that truck full of holographic equipment that went missing. That's why there's a giant.
Get it?
Scarecrow. Yeah. So once the fire department shows up, Jean Paul takes off. I need to find this maniac, but I don't know where to start because I'm not a detective.
Exactly. Well, Batman sometimes isn't either, so it's fine. Even in the comic book that says Detective Comics, sometimes he's not a detective. So, you know, I got a little leeway for that.
So, yeah, the end of this one is Anarchy taking off, figuring he can take out Scarecrow and Batman.
Next issue, The Big Fear.
Batman.
I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah, Scarecrow gasses a police precinct.
They were already loony, so, you know, they work in Gotham as cops. They're crazy. Right?
Another one. That's one of the cops is like, Darlene, please don't leave me.
They got issues, man.
I know.
Exactly.
Half of Gotham's worried about their wives cheating on them.
Oh, again, it's Gotham.
They're police officers.
And then the holographic Scarecrow, I guess it's just like, is it quoting something? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Be wise, people. Fear me, worship me. Yep. He wants the city.
It's the conclusion, guys.
He wants the city to proclaim him the god of fear.
You mustn't be afraid to dream bigger, darling. Like, to quote Inception. Okay.
Yeah, because Jean Paul takes out one holographic generator, but there's must be a couple because the image is still up. Jean Paul's
It's good to have redundancy in your plans.
Jean Paul's thinking as he shakes his fist at the air. What a mess! Scarecrow's handiwork, although it can ultimately be laid at Bane's doorstep.
You think darkness is your ally?
Y'all giving Bane way too much credit at this point. Like, hashtag not impressed.
I'm not there saying I don't think he's saying he's a big mastermind. He's just saying, oh, he's messed up the city where these idiots can just run around. Although
I think that trails all the way back to Batman himself, but you know, it's just a theory.
Courthouse. I had to go after him. I could stop this. I had to go after him. I could stop this carnage by simply killing him. But no.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Don't keep Lil Hellfire as your hero. Come on.
Yes, don't be like.
But no, Gotham's my city now. My duty to look after it. Scarecrow must be first priority.
He didn't get enough training. This is what I mean. He got like 40 hours of training, and they sent him out on the streets. Shame on Bruce. He was
still a temp.
Exactly. He was not ready to become a main part of the company. I'm just saying.
He wasn't ready to become CEO, Lil. Come on.
Yikes.
So yeah, Jean Paul thinks he has to go through the data again, but then he hears the cops have the list of the missing students. And then we just see the Scarecrow cackling over the
Insane indeed. How can a god be insane? Stunted doors, what do they know?
Insane in the membrane?
Too bad he's not a clown. I mean, he is, but...
And they don't have enough words for fear. What kind of primeval break?
The fear for, like, what's he say? That, like, every possible thing, he's like, there'll be a fear for this, a fear for this.
Yep.
I'm like, dang, dude.
Well, he was a psychology professor, so at least he's education to good use.
Yes. Yeah, there could be words for fear. One for that cold, clammy feeling when alone in bed, a corpse grabbed your ankle. Is this little daylight? One for that sweet eternal frisson before a major auto accident crash. Jeez.
I can relate.
Duh, yeah. Lil Hellfire's more scars than Oliver Queen.
Pretty much.
And then again,
3% titanium at this point.
you had to become someone else.
Her real face.
Who knows what her face is these days?
I stole the Joker's face. Don't worry about it.
We're the bad guys. Yeah, so Scarecrow is just tormenting Phil some more. Don't worry, whatever happens tonight, I guarantee you a most excellent death. And again, Anarchy's watching from the next rooftop. Difficult to lip read through that hood. Shouldn't it be impossible to lip read through a hood?
I mean, I would say so.
I mean, unless the mask is moving exactly like his lips, it should be impossible.
Don't think too hard about it.
I know. The man's insane. I should take him down. That'd be a short-term solution because he's waiting for.
You gotta have somebody with a piece of wood, bro. Like, we can't think too hard about this.
Oh, but Jean Paul's actually putting two and two together. One of the kidnapped students is Harold. I recognize him from my university days. The boy inherited
his father has a collection of ancient books. Dun dun dun.
It was always the Scarecrow's big obsession.
Man.
And then we get Gordon giving Kitch a pep talk. Yes, it is Kitch. Hey, big guy, remember me? Because the Scarecrow calls. Had enough? Is the city prepared to declare me God yet? Jeez. Boy, he stepped up. First, he just wanted to be the god of fear. Now he just wants to be God.
Escalation.
I have a tanker full of fear.
I do like how they kind of pick up the frantic pace a little bit now. I'm like, yeah, it's only the last issue. We should really be, sense of urgency.
Well, I think they were just spinning their wheels because, the next issue will be, after Batman 500. So.
Exactly.
Scarecrow, you're illogical. How on earth can we make you a god? Always remember that advice. If someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Exactly.
And so Gordon's calling out to everybody. Batman hears it. He's starting to unleash a tanker full of fear gas in the city center.
And much like Jean Paul, I don't understand.
Yeah, the gas needs to be released in an enclosed space or it'll just disperse. Police have sealed off more than 100 downtown blocks. Jeez. All citizens were advised to remain in their homes. So this is a Friday night in Gotham. Stay tuned for further. Then Scarecrow's just again basking in this. Music to my ears. Thanks to my little gang. What should we call them? My sinister of scarecrows, perhaps?
Boo! You suck at naming stuff. Somebody get Cisco on the phone.
Didn't you say he had 6 of them?
Exactly. There's nothing like sinister sickness. Just saying.
Yep. And then Anarchy's still sitting there waiting for Batman. It's like maybe give him too much credit. Maybe he won't find the Scarecrow.
Well, too bad he liked chasing crows because a group of crows are called a murder of crows. I'm just saying that's like badass.
Then Batman, Jean Paul shows up. Scarecrow. Anarchy shoots Scarecrow with a flare, but then Scarecrow shoots Jean Paul with his poison, his drug darts.
Somebody give Scarecrow a damn sandwich, please. It is uncomfortable.
Oh my lord, I remember this too. He's fighting with Batman because he studied the crane style of kung fu. Get it?
Get it? Cranes are a type of bird. Get it?
It's my last name. It's a bird.
It's too much.
Are you for real? They're birds? What?
Oh, and it's his last name. It's the crane, but because he's using the crane style of kung fu.
Oh, man, just so much,
There's no defense against the day saying. I love Jean Paul just grabs his leg. I guess they lied.
I do like that he gets the kick in right in that smug little chin of his on page 16. Just pop.
Yeah. So yeah, Batman's got him on the ropes, but then Anarchy throws a net over them.
As you do. A bat and a bird. Just, just throw right over the fine.
What's your game? Scarecrow will go back to Arkham, but you, Batman, present me with a serious problem. I thought about it, and I'm afraid I'll have to kill you as he hits him with that taser.
That's going to sting. That's going to leave a mark in the morning.
You attract trouble, the mad and the bad. Get it? Like that. With you gone, they'll fade back into oblivion they came from. Yeah, okay. So.
He's a teenager. His thought process isn't the best.
That was the one thing I know. But then Scarecrow tells Phil to attack Anarchy, which he does, and then Phil frees the Scarecrow. Oh, and then Jean Paul's sitting there. The fear's hitting him. He's like, "Who am I? I don't know. Am I clay to be molded? A robot programmed by the order of Saint Dumont? Dumbass. My mind.
Yes, you are.
Belongs to someone else." Yeah, and Anarchy's getting hit with it too. The answer, but then
he's got some existential angst. My God.
Yeah, but thanks to the system, it takes over, and St. Paul just throws off that fear. Damn,
thank you, Saint Dumbass.
Can I even be afraid? Saint Dumbass, is that Peter David?
No, because the Order of Dumas, Saint Dumbass. Thank you, sir.
That's impossible. That's concentrated fear. The amount you take, you should be out for an hour.
Someone once said, "Oh God."
Jean Paul's stupid. You don't know who said that.
Somebody told me that you had a girlfriend. Sorry.
But I love it. Well, Scarecrow's been throwing quotes out all three issues, so I'm glad that Jean Paul's just like, yeah, here's a quote for you.
Shut it. How about no?
I didn't Scarecrow Shakespeare until the...
What?
He was so Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seemed like so much of this he was like quoting, and I'm like, wow, Scarecrow, good job, buddy.
He's putting that degree to use.
But then on your feet, you may be insane, but you're not so crazy. I can't give you the beating you deserve. But Scarecrow's like, I can count on your code of honor, because he tells Phil to jump off the roof. He's like, which is it going to be, me or him? And to the Scarecrow's surprise, Batman lets Phil jump and goes after the Scarecrow. I don't believe you let him die.
He's like, I don't even feel that sad.
I know.
That is rough.
But Anarchy saves Phil.
Good on Anarchy. He saved our Phil.
He's like, you didn't know I'd get to him in time. You were going to let him die, weren't you? Jean Paul, of course. Scarecrow had escaped. The whole city would have suffered. It was no contest.
You're not the real Batman. Red alert! Red alert!
It was you who fired the flare earlier tonight when I caught the Hood brothers. Anarchy, they were too much for me to take. You try to help me, then kill me. Why? I told you, you're dangerous. You tracked all these crooks and lunatics. I only wanted to help Gotham. Jean Paul, I can pressure him like an egg. If you ever get in my way again, I will.
Oh, he flies off with giving the Scarecrow a wedgie.
That's what you get.
You nerd, reading your books. You get a wedgie. I'm a dumb jock. Me and Eddie Brock are going to go hang together.
And work out. Pump iron.
Yeah.
Feel the pump.
Oh, at least the ending was good. I like Anarchy. We need justice for Scarecrow and justice for Anarchy.
Oh yeah. But again, they were just a speed bump on the road of Nightfall.
Nightfall, yeah.
Nightfall.
Yeah, Shadow of the Bat was a weird book, man. Just in general.
It was weird. It was like you had Legends of the Dark Knight for out of continuity, so these were kind of in continuity, but
yeah.
When you needed more parts for crossover, you used it.
I'm just saying, I'd rather we bring back Legends, Make that the cartoon. Make it a cartoon. I think that would kill.
Just one and dones.
Yeah.
Anywhere in continuity.
It's like my favorites of Batman where they're just stories.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I said. Let's get Conroy in here, while we still have him, and let's get some more Batman going.
I know we gotta hurry up.
Let's just have Conroy read the dictionary and every different inflection possible, and just make a giant database. And then after he passes, we can just digitally create performances of his voice.
Exactly. I mean, it's easy enough. Animated, that's easy enough. Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I like the last part of the story. The beginning and the middle are not a good slog through. Not good.
Oh yeah, they kind of take their time.
Yeah. So overall, it's average. It's a C+ for me.
Yeah.
The art does not do it any favors for the most part. So
no.
I do. I agree. I mean, it was neat to just see Scarecrow, but I really feel like it was a story that was stretched out too long. It's like right in the middle, we had to have Scarecrow's origin again, like you said. So it just kind of felt like, okay, why are we doing this again? What's going on?
Books, man. Remember the books.
Does Alan Grant love the Scarecrow? I don't know.
Apparently. Or maybe it was a mandate and he didn't know what else to do with the Scarecrow.
All right. So anything else on these?
No, sir.
T-Dog?
Nope.
All right.
I'm good.
All right. Everyone, send us your thoughts on these and send us your thoughts because in 2 weeks for the next Before the Bat, we're going to cover Detective Comics 665 with much better artwork.
Yes.
Graham
Slightly better story.
Yeah. All right. So, well, again, it was like the main story. It wasn't like a tie-in thing. But anyway, send your thoughts on all that to email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Before the Bat on Facebook, Twitter. Follow all of our stuff, the YouTube, the Patreon, all of it, all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. Get Volume 1 because Volume 2 is coming soon with young Mr. Tyler Patrick and many more.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Nice. I'm sure I will. So you should all buy it. But when you go to buy that and much more on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help support this show, the network, and the god of no pants, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom.
Lilith.
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire or on the gram with the cool kids and the hip grandpas and grandmas at Lilith Hellfire 69 or at Lilith Hellfire 86. Pickle.
Tyler.
If you want to find me online, look under my podcast, The Krypton Report. You'll find me there on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything possible.
I'm tired of knowing everything.
Because he does. He knows everything. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Don't be scared. Come back next time. All right, everyone. Yes, in 2 weeks, Detective 665. Next week, like do the Arrowverse, more Stargirl reviews, and finally get to the Flash 105. But yeah, join us in 2 weeks. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Come on, Phil, sit down.
No. The Batman podcast. Batman